Hi guys, we're Dan and Michelle with Honeymoon Always, and today we want to talk to you about the best of the best Sandals Resorts. Now, we have been to every Sandals Resort, and we've already done this video. We did this video originally about a year ago, but that was before two of the latest Sandals Resorts were even open. So now we have visited those resorts. We want to include them in our overall rankings. So we're coming back to you today with the best of the best Sandals Resorts, period.
And speaking of best of the best, we recently went to the Star Awards hosted by Sandals, where we won 4 awards, including being a best of the best travel agency.
Y'all have been trusting us with helping you to make your decisions about your Sandals vacation, and we're so grateful for that. So thank you so much for your support. We hope that these videos are super helpful for you, and if they are, you can use the links in the description below to find the best Sandals deals and sales, and those links do help Sandals know that we helped you, so thank you so much for using those. If you would like additional support, if you want us to help you customize your trip or get the exact right resort for you, you can use the contact us link, which is also in the description below.
Now, to come up with these lists, we have taken into account our own experience and opinions, as well as the opinions and experience of our clients, or the comments that you've left with our videos over the last years. So you might notice a couple rankings have shifted, and of course we have the new resorts to fit in there as well.
Okay, so first we're gonna start with the best of the best Sandals Resorts overall. These are our favorites, these are your favorites, and we're starting off strong with the newest Sandals Resort, which is Sandals St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, this is Sandals' newest resort, and they have really outdone themselves. In fact, one thing Dan said to me after visiting the resort was that this is one of the nicest resorts he's been to in the world, like in general. And we do go to a fair amount of resorts. So this is high praise. Not only is the location really gorgeous, but they've done an amazing job on the food, the pools, the beach is great. So it's an overall really stellar experience.
We liked it so much, we're going back in November, so let us know if you have any additional questions that we didn't cover in our review video. Number 2 on our list of the best Sandals resorts is Sandals Dunn's River. Now, this is the second newest Sandals resort, so that goes in line with the fact that they're really upping their game with the new resorts. The resort is beautiful, great pools, great beach, and really great food. And we're going back next week. So once again, if you have any questions, we got you.
Third on our list of best Sandals resorts overall is Sandals Grenada. Now, this resort is on a stunning island, so the atmosphere is really gorgeous, and it's a really solid, beautiful Sandals experience. The beach is one of Dan's favorite beaches overall, and what I really liked is that there is both a quiet pool right next to the beach, so you get a stunning beach view on that pool side, but there's also a party pool far enough away that it's not, a party everywhere. There's like a contained area. As you can tell, Dan and I are not huge party people, so it's nice to have the option to go and hang with other people, but it's also nice to go and enjoy some time by yourself. This resort also has plenty of in-room pools and private pools, if that's what you're into, which we are also into, so that's really nice. And overall, it's just a really lovely resort.
Now, number 4 and number 5 are very close. So we're going to be a little controversial with our number 4 pick because a lot of people might not agree with us, and then we'll go to number 5. But first is Sandals Regency La Toc. This is the largest Sandals resort in St. Lucia, and it's separated into the Sunset Bluff area, which is up on a cliff, and then the part that's right on the beach. And that is really why we love it. You can have like the quiet time up in the bluffs area and watch the sunset over there, or the beach area is a little more happening, and the beach has a little bit more current, which as someone who loves current and waves, that's why it makes it number 4 on our list. There's also great food there, but some people don't like it because they can't enjoy the kayaking or the other water sports as much because it's a bit more wavy.
Now, if you want that calm water experience, you'll love our number 5 pick, which is Sandals Grand St. Lucian, also in St. Lucia. Now, it's about a 40-minute drive from Sandals Regency La Toc, so it turns out you actually can experience both in the same trip if you would like to. But Sandals Grand St. Lucian is a really beautiful modern resort with a really great beach, lots of good water sports. We felt like the service was good and the atmosphere was great, and you really can't beat how beautiful St. Lucia is.
So those are our top 5 best Sandals resorts overall, but now we're going to go into some categories based on how people prioritize which resort they pick. So starting off, we're going to go through the best Sandals resorts based on beaches.
Now, everyone's looking for something a little bit different with the beaches, but by far, the most beautiful beaches we saw across the Caribbean were in the Bahamas, specifically at Sandals Emerald Bay. Now, when we were there actually was a storm. I think we were there right in front of a hurricane or something. So there was a little bit of stuff on the beach right on the resort. However, we went to our favorite excursion, swimming with the pigs, and saw some of the most stunning beaches I've ever seen in my entire life. It was unreal.
So not only is the beach on property amazing, but then you can even take a taxi ride to a nearby one. There's just tons of beautiful beaches with the crystal clear water that you might want out of your Caribbean vacation. Now, my favorite beach is at Sandals Grenada, and that is because, once again, it has a little bit of waves. It's pretty calm, but it is enclosed by rocks, which allow for a lot of sea life to live in there, so you can go snorkeling right there. But since it's protected, it's also pretty calm at the same time. So as someone who loves to swim, I would go there and swim and get my exercise in the morning, and just really love that beach.
Next on the list is my favorite beach, which is at Sandals Royal Barbados. Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados are technically the same resort, so they actually share the same beach. You can get the same beach at either one, but the rooms at Royal Barbados are a little bit nicer, so that's my preference. But either way, Barbados has stunning beaches. We thought the one on resort was really warm and beautiful and calm. I spent the most time in the water there. One thing to note is that the beach chairs are a little bit of a hot commodity at this resort, so there was a bit of kind of like fighting and scheming to get those, but I really loved this beach. And we've already mentioned Sandals Grand St. Lucian has a great beach. Another honorary mention is Sandals Royal Plantation. This is in Jamaica, and we really liked how private this is. This is a butler-only resort, and we felt like the service was so good that we just laid in the water. People brought us snacks. We just had a great time at this resort. Also in Jamaica, we can recommend Sandals Negril, where there's a really long, beautiful beach. Almost everyone has a beachfront walk-up view because of how long the beach is. Plus, there's tons of water sports available, and this resort has the best sunsets we saw across the Caribbean.
Another frequently asked question is which resort has the best pools? So we'll start with number 1, Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados.
Again, Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados, you get basically 2 resorts in one, but in this resort you get a beautiful sky view pool that you overlook the resort, the beach, the sunset. It's really nice. They even have a bar right up there, so that's one really unique feature of this property. But also there is a really cool infinity pool that kind of goes on for a long time and goes into where the beach area is. So you're always kind of in and around water, and those aren't even the only pools on resort. So there's plenty of places for you to enjoy yourself across the property, in the pools, in the water. And I know we mentioned before that sometimes the beach chairs can be a little bit hard to get to, but there's always a pool chair somewhere on the resort.
Number 2 on our list is Sandals Royal Curaçao. Now this has the iconic double-decker infinity pool that is kind of the main feature of the resort. This is where all the fun and excitement happens during the day. They have entertainment nonstop, DJs, and there are additional pools throughout the property. So there's like one just next door to that one, and then there's like a quiet pool on the other side of the property, and there's swim-up suites. So just plenty of pools on resort.
Next on our list is Sandals Ochi. This is a huge resort with so many pools. I think we counted them once and it was a lot. But there are a lot of pools and a lot of different vibes. We had so much fun at this resort. In fact, this is famously where Dan went and got scuba certified and I ate pizza by the pool. It was a dream come true. Can recommend. So this is a super fun resort if you're looking to have a wide variety of things to do, even if you're coming with a big group, or if you're the type of person who maybe wants a little bit of party one day, a little bit of quiet the next day. There's a lot to offer at Sandals Ochi.
And honorable mentions for Sandals South Coast because they have 3 very large pools and one was just recently renovated. And also for honorable mention is Sandals Antigua. As we've mentioned, we don't love like booming music the entire day at like a big party pool. But Antigua has a couple smaller, really quiet pools, but then their main pool had music, had entertainment, but it just wasn't like in your face loud. So we really love that. And there's a lot of cats by the pool, so that's fun.
Okay, the next category that is very important to Dan specifically as a former chef, the resort with the best food.
Yeah, easily number 1, Sandals St. Vincent. Now at Sandals, some of the restaurants tend to be the same property to property. And then they've been incorporating new concepts into the existing Sandals resorts. But with the new resorts, they are almost all new concepts. And Sandals St. Vincent, there are only new concept restaurants. I was really impressed with Bucan, which is family style and it's local cuisine and you actually engage with the chef. So that was really cool. And I love when you don't have to order. They just keep bringing you stuff and you just can taste it. They also have a seafood place that was really good. And then several other restaurants and even a salad bar during the day, which sounds basic, but sometimes you just want a fresh salad, you know? So Great concepts, really great food. Second on our list for food is Sandals Dunn's River. This is the second newest Sandals Resort, so it has a bunch of new concepts again. Some highlights are the Rum Club, because they have a bunch of small bites at night, and it was some of my favorite food on the resort. But overall, it's just really great food that is elevated above what I am used to at a Sandals Resort.
Third on our list for the best food is Sandals Royal Curacao. Again, this is one of Sandals' later Sandals resorts, and it shows in their food. They have a lot of really fun new food concepts that we genuinely really enjoyed, including the food trucks that they have on site, which are really fun, really fresh, and it's actually really fast. So if you want to be spending time in the pool, or like us, we had a swim up suite, so we were able to just hop out of the pool, go grab a burger, hop back in the pool. It was great.
They also have a program for people that are staying in certain rooms where they will take you to a local restaurant, cover the bill, bring you back to allow you to have some local flavor.
Oh gosh, we really enjoyed that. So if that's something you're interested in, reach out. We'll make sure you get in the right spot. Also on our list for good food is Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados. This is where they really started to peak in on their new food concepts. So they had some healthier food, like a smoothie place with acai bowls, and we had a really good, just fresh, like chicken salad. Things that we weren't seeing at some of the other resorts, that they were trying to really incorporate that kind of healthier lifestyle that they're seeing a lot of their clientele look for. And we really enjoyed that. So we thought that the food was good at Sandals Barbados.
Yeah, and because there's two resorts right next to each other, there's just a ton of variety to choose from when you're deciding where you're going to eat.
Yeah. Okay, now we have mentioned that partying may not be for us, but it may be for you. So if you're looking for a good party, these are our top resorts for the best Sandals resort with a party.
The first one is Sandals Ochi. Now they have the main pool, which is always a vibe. There's DJs, activities, sports, a lot going on there. There's the beach club. And then at night, there is the speakeasy, where a lot of people go, and people even dress like flappers and stuff. If that's what you're into, you can. So it's just like all party all the time if that's what you want.
Sandals Royal Curacao is also a great resort for a party. They really try to bring the party to you. So if you're in that big iconic pool, a lot of times they have performances happening right there at the pool. There's a swim up bar. A lot of people just chill in the pool. So there's a lot to happen right there. We also saw, I think, some fire dancers happening in the middle of a little pavilion area. And we just felt like they were working really hard to make this a lively and fun resort.
And last is Barbados. So here you had the big main pool that had DJs and entertainment throughout the day. And then at night, there's a bowling alley with a bar and a bunch of games going on right there for you to keep partying if that's what you want to do. Now, if you don't like the party and you just want to relax, you want quiet, we've got a list for you.
So our top resort for quiet is Sandals Negril in Jamaica. We've mentioned that this resort has a really long, beautiful beach and has the most incredible sunsets. Even though there are some communal pools, we didn't feel like that's where everyone was really congregating, and we felt like there were plenty of opportunities to be just by ourselves with quiet, enjoying the beach or in our room. So we really enjoyed the quietness of this resort.
We also found Sandals Grenada to be very calm and quiet. The beach isn't too busy. There's a quiet pool, and then there's a lot of private pools in the suites. So overall, just a great place to relax.
Sandals Antigua is also really nice for the quiet. The beach is beautiful, really good, quiet resort.
New to the list is Sandals St. Vincent, which has a lot of pools, and it's very spread out. Not a lot of people, so that way you can always relax and have some quiet time.
Yeah, if you have seen our full Sandals St. Vincent review video, you'll know that there's not a lot of people even staying on the island of St. Vincent, so you're not going to get a lot of the big cruise ship days where everyone's going on the same excursion. You're not even going to have a lot of people on resort because they've turned like 2 rooms into one giant room, so there's just not that many people even staying on resort. So competition is low, quiet is high.
If you want to go to St. Lucia, you'll want to pick Sandals Halcyon because it is very quiet. There's a long, winding pool, so not a big place to congregate. So it's just spread out. People enjoying the pool. Beach is very quiet, so you'll be able to relax there.
And last is Sandals Royal Plantation. We felt that this was just a quiet resort overall. It's much smaller than some of the other resorts. It's Butler Suites only. So you have a lot of people just minding their own business and hanging out by themselves. It's a really quiet, romantic resort.
And I will just say, if it's too quiet for you, you can always go to Sandals Ochi while you're staying there if you need a little bit of party.
Yeah. And on that, there's usually a good mix of quiet and party with each resort. It's just that some resorts lean one direction or the other, and that's what we're referring to here.
Now, part of your vacation is not just on resort, but also excursions. So we're going to talk about the best excursions we've been on.
For us, hands down, the best excursion is the swimming with the pigs excursion that you can do in the Bahamas. We had so much freaking fun. I got kicked by a pig. It bruised my leg for weeks. I had the best time. It was so much fun. But not only do you go swimming with the pigs, but you then feed an island of like Jurassic Park iguanas. You go and see the most beautiful beaches you've ever seen. You go on a little hike. It's just stunning. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. Another great excursion is in Sandals, Barbados. We were snorkeling around a shipwreck, saw some sea turtles, and had a great time on the catamaran.
Yeah, it was such an enjoyable time that there were people we met on the boat who'd been several times, locals who'd been bringing their friends to the same excursion over and over again because it was that much of a hit. We loved it, would do it again. A really popular excursion is in St. Lucia. You take a scenic, beautiful boat ride, then you go into a volcanic mud pit where you wipe volcanic mud all over each other. You look 10 years younger. You then go to a waterfall, you wash it all off, you take photos, you get to try some local cuisine, and if you're lucky, you get to meet a man named Chocolate Thunder. Now, if you've met Chocolate Thunder, you will not forget Chocolate Thunder. So if you have had an experience at this excursion in St. Lucia, we would love to hear from you.
So as a former chef, food is very important to me, which is why in Sandals Antigua, my favorite excursion was going into a cooking class.
We did this with Nicole's Table. I think this was actually booked through the tourism board of Antigua. So this was a specific and unique thing that we didn't book through Sandals specifically, but it was so memorable. The food was delicious. We had such a great time and would fully recommend doing this culinary experience. We're actually looking to do more similar culinary experiences on the island because we feel like it really gives you a good sense for the culture of the place. You get to meet other people. It's really lovely. And our honorable mention excursion is the area of Ocho Rios. There are a lot of Sandals resorts in this area, so a lot of opportunity to do these. For us, these are just really popular things to do if you do end up spending time in this area. You can go hike up Dunn's River Falls. There's river tubing, which we thought was really fun. Or if you're lucky like us, you can get pooped on by a horse. So a lot of options if you're in the Ocho Rios area.
Sometimes you just want to get to the resort as soon as possible, and so we want to give you a list of the most convenient Sandals resorts to get to.
The easiest Sandals resorts to get to are Sandals Montego Bay and Sandals Royal Caribbean. They're both so close to the airport, and the airport is very close to the United States, so really easy to get to for most people.
Similarly, you have Sandals Royal Bahamian, which is also very close to the airport and very close to the US.
Ocho Rios now has 2 direct flights from Miami, which means you now can fly directly from Miami to that area of Jamaica, which previously would take you about an hour and a half's drive from the other airport that's in Jamaica. So that shortens things up quite a bit.
Now, 2 resorts that require a little more flight time but are very close to the airport are Sandals Barbados, which is about a 15-minute drive from the airport, and Sandals Grenada, which is about a 5-minute drive from the airport. Next, I want to give you a list of the most affordable Sandals resorts, and those are Sandals Ochi, Sandals South Coast, Sandals Negril, and Sandals Antigua. And with Sandals Antigua, you want to book soon because once they renovate, then the prices are definitely going to go up.
Next, we were thinking about which resort is the most popular. So we were looking at our data and looking at what we know, and it makes total sense that the most popular Sandals resort is Sandals Montego Bay. This is the original Sandals resort. It is obvious that people would just come back over and over again after their experiences, and that's why it would be the most popular. And for our last category, we want to talk about the best suites. The most iconic suites for Sandals resorts are the overwater bungalows. Obviously, everyone's so excited to be staying in those. They're stunning, and they've even started expanding them to be overwater villas. So some of them are multi-story, multi-room experiences, which is so cool. One side effect of these being very cool, though, is that they can be very expensive. So we also want to share with you some other suites that would be equally as cool to stay in.
Now, my personal favorite suite that I've ever stayed in is the beachfront villa at Sandals St. Vincent. Now, these are lined up right along the beach, so you can go from your private pool to the beach with ease, and the suite itself is huge.
Now, going along with this, I love any suite we've ever stayed at that has its own private pool. That's so much fun to just be able to walk out and make your way into the pool anytime you want. It's really private. We had a good time in Grenada. They have a lot of suites like this in Grenada. We also really enjoyed this in Curacao.
Another suite that Sandals has been known for are the Rondaval suites. Now, these are located at several of the resorts, and they look like little huts, but on the inside, they are pure luxury. So you have your king-size bed, a beautiful bathroom, and then they have their own private pools, and most of them are situated on like lazy river-style pools as well.
And these pools tend to only be accessible to the people who are staying at the Rondaval suite, so it's an even more private pool area, which is really cool. We also think it'd be really cool to stay in one of those suites that's higher up in levels in the building, but that have infinity pools that overlook the beach or the sunset.
And we're actually going to get a chance to do that in the grill in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
So that is our list of the best Sandals resorts and broken down by a ton of different categories. But with 18 different resorts and thousands of different room categories, we know it can be overwhelming to plan your vacation, even if it's just picking the right resort. So please feel free to reach out to us. You can find our contact information in the description below, and we'd love to give you some help.
So what's next for us? We are actually headed back to the Caribbean to do even more reviews of Sandals Resorts. We're really excited because there's a lot of renovations that have been happening at all these Sandals Resorts, and it's always helpful for us to go at different times of year to make sure that we're getting a more well-rounded experience before we make these recommendations for you guys. So if you have any questions, please leave them below. Again, we'd love to help you, and we will see you on our next trip. Bye!